Hi, everyone. Since we can't be together at church right now, then I thought I would do a little video and bring some of the things that we might do in the classroom on Sundays to you guys that you can do in your houses with your families. So I have a story that we're going to do first, and then we have a little bit of a craft. We'll do the story first, and then I will show you all of the supplies you need for the craft, and then I'll walk through how to do the craft really quick. So today's story is going to be about Joseph. And if you've been in my class before, then you should mostly remember this. But if you don't, here's a quick refresher over it. So Joseph's brothers were very jealous of him. One day, they sold him to some travelers going to Egypt, and they told their father that Joseph had died. The travelers sold Joseph to Potiphar, an important man in Egypt. Joseph worked hard for him and was honest. After many years, Joseph became the ruler of Egypt. A long time later, Joseph's brothers came to Egypt to buy food. When they found out who Joseph was, they were very afraid. They thought Joseph would kill them, but Joseph was a good man. So he forgave his brothers and made peace with them. Soon Joseph's brothers and father all moved to Egypt, and they lived happily there for many years. Making peace is always better than making trouble. So in that, we have some questions here. So, how did Joseph make peace with his brothers who had hurt him? Well, he forgave them. They had done something pretty mean to him that a lot of people, I don't know anyone who would like what they did to him. And instead of being mad at them for a really long time, then he chose to forgive them, and um, and he was really nice to them and didn't hold what they had done against him. And here's a little riddle about a little review over who we talked about. I had brothers everywhere, 11, it's a fact. My father gave me special care, a coat to be exact. My brothers sold me to a band of Egypt's going men, and when in Egypt we did land, they sold me once again. But God turned evil into good and used me as his tool. I worshipped him just as I should, and over Egypt ruled. Who am I? Well, if you guessed Joseph, you're right. So we have one little craft to talk about Joseph. So for this craft, then I have this piece of paper that just has an outline of a coat. I'm not super artistic, so I just printed one out. But you can draw one if you feel like that's easier, or you can do lots of different things for this. But this is the paper that I have, and you can do it on colored paper or white paper. The next thing I have is pieces of tissue paper. I have ripped them up already into kind of smaller pieces. And then the last ingredient is glue. If you don't have some of these supplies, then you could use markers, crayons, stickers, really anything you have. This is all about having fun, and we're all in quarantine, so using what you have. And so pretty much what you do is you can take the glue and put it on the paper, and then you will stick the tissue paper onto there, and you will make Joseph's beautiful coat that he got. I know it didn't mention too much in the story, but if you're familiar with the story of Joseph, then part of the reason that his brothers were so angry with him was that his father gave him this really beautiful coat with all sorts of different colors. And so that's the coat that we're going to be making. Here's a little bit of reference. I'm partway through with mine, and you can see that there's no pattern or anything. You can do this however you want, so your coat can be unique. Okay, so I finished mine up here. It's a little bit wet still, so I would recommend letting it dry a little bit. But once you're done, then you have this fun coat, and you can hang it on your fridge, you can put it in your room. But whenever you look at this, then you can remember the story of Joseph and how he chose to forgive his brothers and his family for what they did to him, just like God wants you to forgive others. I hope you like this craft. I miss you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you guys again in the fall. Bye.